Howdy and good day everyone, and welcome to Adventures with Parker and our second part of our Cedar Point adventures. We are here at Wild Frontier Nights. Like I said earlier, I was not expecting to be here, but my friend Molly hooked me up with some tickets. So yeah, we're going to enjoy some rides, have some food. There's a mechanical bull. Like, I'm excited for this. So for context, this is a 21 plus event that Cedar Point is doing. It's running for the first 4 days of June. This is the first ever time that the park has done something like this. So it's kind of an experiment that we get to try. So I'm really excited to check out what they have to offer. So without any further ado, let the adventures begin. So here we've got a wood carving demonstration. Looks like he's making a little lighthouse and actually looks really cool. So just like with the Daytime Frontier Festival, there are different booths around the area offering specialty food and beverage that are exclusive to the event. So here we got the cheeseburger sliders, which are basically grilled cheese sandwiches, but with a burger patty in the middle. They were so good. I mean, look at that face. I definitely enjoyed that. So you can purchase tasting tickets here. You can get a single ticket for $8.99 or a bundle for $39.99. And based on the one food item I've had so far, that might be worth it. Of course, when you buy your Wild Frontier Nights ticket, there's different levels and some of them do include food samples. So you can either buy them ahead of time with your ticket or you know, get them while you're here. So of course, all of the rides in Frontier Town are open tonight, and there are no lines, like hardly any lines here. It was a walk-on for Maverick. It's looking like it's going to be a walk-on for Steel Vengeance too. So yeah, this is kind of nice. It's kind of exclusive, like ooh. Anyways, I'm really excited to do my second ride here on Steel Vengeance. Loved my first ride earlier today, and yeah, I'm sure the second ride will be just as good. Man, they have entertainment everywhere, just live bands, performers. They've got Cowboys. Yeah, the atmosphere here is just so fun. It's a party, it really is. All right, looks like I'm getting yet another credit today, the Cedar Creek Mine Ride. It's really dark. We're assuming it's open, but it's a vibe.
Looks like it'll be really fun at night because it's really dark.
True. All right, we just did Cedar Creek Mine Ride. Mine Ride! Okay, I do have to say, I do find Cedar Creek Mine Ride to be so fun. It's just so charming, and I love how it just goes over the creek, and it's a vibe. It really is a vibe, especially at night. That was kind of cool. And at the end, there's a dog. I didn't know that, but I was pleasantly surprised to see him. Okay, so I just did Skyhawk for the first time, and I haven't done one of these screaming swings before, and I can't tell if I loved it or hated it. I mean, I loved it, obviously. It was super fun, but that was so freaky. Like, rides don't normally scare me like that, but yeah, this one got me good. So fun though, and it is among the biggest of the screaming swings around, so kind of cool that my first one was so huge. we are heading into the Farmhouse, which is a new for 2022 restaurant here at Cedar Point, where rumor has it we can build our own s'mores. Okay, so they were out of marshmallows at the build your own s'mores thing, but we did get a s'mores cupcake, which honestly looks pretty good. So I'm not too mad about it.
So this is, yeah, this is the. Thank you.
Howdy! So I guess I didn't do an outro for that video, and it's October now, so my thoughts have had some time to marinate, but I still wanted to end the video with a short little review. So first and foremost, Wild Frontier Nights. So much fun. It is an incredible event. I just loved every aspect of it. Like I've said in this vlog, I mean, from the entertainment to the fact that you could get some night rides without any wait. And I'm not kidding when I say that. Like, I got 4 rides on Maverick, 5 rides on Steel Vengeance. Every single ride was a walk-on, and it was Steel Vengeance. I mean, for the last bit of the night, we just stayed on the train. Like, we maybe swapped spots. So one time I was in the front, and then when we pulled in the station, maybe I ran to the back. But tell me, when else are you gonna be able to do that at Cedar Point? It was just so surreal and so awesome. The entertainment was amazing. All the food that we tried was really yummy. And I didn't get any drinks for myself because I had such a big drive ahead of me that night. But Molly said that the drink that she got was really good. So we didn't do any of the extra activities. Like, there was a mechanical bull and there was axe throwing. We mostly took advantage of the night rides and the food and just the general atmosphere, which was fine by me considering it was my first real visit to Cedar Point. If I were to go back again, I would definitely take some time to check those things out. And I'm just really glad that they were offered, even though we didn't take advantage of them. From what I've heard from people who did do those things, they really enjoyed them. So yeah, Cedar Point, all around, Wild Frontier Nights was a success. Now, one thing I do want to address is the question of, is it worth it? Now, keep in mind that everyone in my group got to experience the event for free. So Molly is an amazing creator on Instagram, first and foremost. Be sure to go follow her at Mollywood. But she was pretty much invited by Cedar Point to go attend. So she was given a free ticket, she was given some free sample cards, and she had some extras, which is why I was able to tag along. So I didn't pay anything to be there. So that's the first thing you should know. Now, I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but if I were to pay for a ticket to Wild Frontier Nights, it would have been over $100 US. And that's for all the tiers. Like, there were a couple of different tiers that included more or less food vouchers. I forget the exact breakdown, but it didn't matter. All of them were more than $100 bucks. Whichever way you cut it, a ticket to Wild Frontier Nights would have cost you more than a single day ticket, which doesn't really jive with me, especially when I can go to the park for free with my season's pass. I don't have a lot of money to spend frivolously on things like that. Like, the reason I can go to all of these parks is because I rely so heavily on my season's pass, which I know covers admission, it covers parking, I have my dining plan. So when I go to these parks, I don't have to pay anything. And even when I visit like a non-Cedar Fair or non-Six Flags park, I'm still taking advantage of like deals and discounts, or like friends who have bring a friend tickets. So yeah, I never pay full price for a theme park, and to spend that much money on a single event where, when you think about it, you're only getting access to such a small part of the park, it's just not something I would do. That said, now that I've done the event and I've experienced it, I think it's worth it, actually. I mean, that was one of the best theme park experiences I've ever had, and even just to get the shorter queues alone, I think justifies the cost. When you think about it, a single day fast lane to Cedar Point is gonna cost you about 150 bucks, and you still have to wait. Like, I think I waited half an hour for Steel Vengeance when I rode it during the day, versus during Wild Frontier Nights, like I said, literally a walk-on. On top of that, if you're pairing that with the food and drink and all of the other activities and all of the entertainment, I would say that the value adds up. So yes, I would say that it is worth it. and I would love to do something like this again. I just think that in my current phase of life, it's not really something I can swing. Again, especially because I am a season's pass holder. I don't mind paying more money for this event. That's not my problem. I just don't want to pay for something that costs more than a day admission. So if they did this again and they offered, I don't know, like a 30% discount for season's pass holders, yes, I am there. Totally. But as it stands now, I don't think I could do it unless by some miracle I was invited for free again. So yeah, it's a bit of a hard call, but I do know that it was an incredible night. I had an amazing time, and I think Cedar Point did a really good job. I would love to see more events like this at Cedar Point and across the Cedar Fair chain. Just make them more affordable or give major discounts for your pass holders. Other than that, Cedar Point, bravo. Okay, real quick, I had another thought here. Just the 21 and over aspect of the event was a hit, in my opinion. No offense to any of my teenage friends. I know there's a lot of you out there who are awesome, but restricting the event to just 21 and over did create a certain kind of vibe that was overall much better than a regular visit. So yeah, definitely I would love to see more events that are just 21 and over. Now, if you saw my channel updates video, you probably are aware that we're doing a bit of time hopping on the channel here. So my next video, we are actually going back to Cedar Point, but for Halloween weekends, I got to hang out with Molly again, and we had an incredible time just doing all the cool, spooky stuff that Cedar Point has to offer. So if you would like to see that, as well as all of my other theme park, travel, local, and outdoor adventures, be sure to subscribe. You can also find me on social media at ADB Parker. And as always, big shout out to my Patreons for all of the support you give me. I really appreciate everything you guys do. And if you would like to become a Patreon and support the channel for as little as $2 a month in exchange for sweet perks, including bonus content, like I'm doing a lot of little behind the scenes videos and extra like mini series, head over to patreon.com/adventureswithparker to learn more. Once again, thank you so much for joining me on this wild frontier night. And until next time, the adventures are calling. See ya! It is true, like get rid of the teenagers and the kids, and the vibe just becomes a vibe.